least, we need to start World War III. Hey, this guy looks like he's in charge. So, I got a message for you from the other world leaders. They said, your mom. Oh, he's angry. Here we go. He's gonna launch the nukes. Oh! You launch a nuke. You launch a nuke. You launch a nuke. Everybody's launching nukes. Oh, shit. That can't be good. Damn! Hello, nuclear winter. We've loaded up this Minecraft world with mods to simulate exactly how difficult it would be to survive a real nuclear winter. Day 1 and damn! There's absolutely no sunlight coming through, so the trees and crops are all dying already. How am I gonna build a shelter or feed myself? If you think that's bad, I'm in hardcore mode, which means if I die, I have to delete this entire world and lose all of my progress. Plus, over the next 10 days, it's gonna get harder and harder to survive. Wait until you see how rough it gets later in this video. Okay, I better salvage some wood from these trees before they wither away completely. As I was collecting wood, I noticed that I wasn't alone. Someone there? Oh, hey, little buddy. Dinner is served. Hey, don't judge me. It's about survival out here, all right? Speaking of survival, if I'm gonna survive this nuclear winter, I'm gonna need some shelter. There we go. All in a day's work. Day 2 and... Yo, what? Why's my health so low? I'm suffering frostbite? How's that possible? Yo, who put out my fire? Basically, the lack of sunlight has caused the temperature to drop so much that it put out my fire. I had to find a way to insulate my house before dying from frostbite. But in order to insulate my house, I would need to find some wool first. Come on, come on. Where can a guy find some sheep in this weather? But I didn't find sheep. I literally found the exact opposite of sheep. Good boy? Good boys? Why are they looking at me like that? Yo, chill! I was almost food for the wolves, but fortunately, I have epic reflexes. I knew that if I stayed in the forest, I didn't stand a chance, so I made a run for the first opening I saw. Then, I couldn't believe my eyes. Yo, what the actual fuck? An entire field of dead, frozen sheep. There was no way I could gather the wool because it was all hardened. But right when I thought I was done for, yo, bro is still alive. It was a miracle. I didn't waste any time and started to lure it to follow me. We had to move fast because any second now. Oh, shit. My name Jeff? Yo. Oh, what? Wolf almost came for me on half a heart, but luckily it saw the entire field of frozen sheep just up ahead. Yeah, I know I'm a snack, but this wolf and his boys didn't just want a snack. They wanted a whole feast. After tucking in my new buddy, I got to work on insulating my entire house with wool, which stopped the damage from frostbite. And then it hit me. My buddy was quite possibly the last sheep alive on this Minecraft server, and I had a genius idea. I built an automatic wool shearing farm to continuously farm my buddy for wool. Definitely gonna need it if I'm gonna be surviving this nuclear winter. Ta-da! Hey, don't complain. I saved your life and now you owe me. On day 3, I realized that unlike last time, I couldn't eat my buddy because he was my only source of wool. That meant I needed to go find food. So I found a way to use the wool to craft a custom insulated armor so I could go outside. I head back to the frozen sheep graveyard, but by the time I got there, all the sheep were gone. The wolves must have eaten them. So my next best option was to hunt the wolves instead. But that's when I found... Yo, what the hell? Is this a wolf bone? The temperatures must have gotten so bad that even the frost wolves couldn't survive out here. This was bad because if they couldn't survive, there's not much of a chance of anything else surviving either. Either way, I had an even bigger problem than not having food. I was about to die from dehydration. I needed to find some water ASAP, so I sprinted for the lake. But when I made it to the lake, it was obviously frozen, so I had to get crafty. Literally, I managed to defrost it with a torch just in time, but... Yo, what? I'm poisoned! All of the debris and ash from the nuclear explosions must have contaminated the water. I needed to find medicine fast, but I was literally alone in the middle of nowhere.
Yo, this ain't fair. Come on, anybody out here?
It's day 4 and...
Wait, I'm not dead? And the poison debuff is gone too. What's going on? Preserved food? Clean water? Damn, bro. Thanks, but who are you?
No way. Bro said that he belongs to a tribe that lived in the forest, untouched by industrialization and technology for all this time. Unlike the greedy first world countries, his people just lived off the land. For a long time, they had a prophecy that a long winter would come and last 10 days. And after that, the fires from hell itself would heat up the world and kill anything that remained, giving the planet a true fresh start. They called this Ragnarok. Bro, first of all, copyright. Second of all, any way to survive Ragnarok? That sounds awful. Apparently, the only way to survive Ragnarok is to sail west to a promised land that'll endure Ragnarok.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, trying to sail west across the ocean during nuclear winter sounds mad. I think it's probably better if we just ration these supplies and try to survive.
Wow, so bro insisted on sailing. Plus, he said these supplies were all his, not ours.
Should I just kill him and take these supplies?
I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted. Really tempted. But nah, your boy has morals. This guy did save my life after all. So I left and went back home to plan my next move. But that's when...
Yo, what? Bro, somebody griefed my base. But how is this even possible? I thought I was the only one here. Huh? Yo, chill!
On day 5, I woke up in a cage. Took me a few moments to realize that. I was literally inside my own house. These barbarians took it over and built their camp around my hard work. They even used my wool to insulate all of their structures.
Oh, bruh. Someone's coming. Yo, what?
So these barbarians used to work in the city, working predatory jobs like on Wall Street. But since the collapse of civilization, they now literally hunt survivors and cook them in order to survive. Yeah, you heard that right. They aren't just barbarians, they're freaking cannibals!
Bro, this ain't good. They're literally gonna cook me. I need to find a way to get out of this, but how? I'm literally chained up and completely surrounded.
Wait, you seeing this? A bunch of them don't look well. No, I mean literally sick. Like, wait a second. They must be drinking from the contaminated lake. I had to think of something fast because in a few moments I was literally gonna get cooked and eaten. But that's when I had my biggest big brain moment yet.
Yo, wait, I know why you guys are getting sick.
Right there, the entire room stopped chanting. I wasn't sure what it meant, but then I saw them make room for one guy to walk through. That had to be him, their leader. This was my only chance.
Your tribe is getting sick because you're drinking contaminated water from the lake. I can fix this. I can craft something to clean the water.
The tribe leader just stared at me for what seemed like an eternity. Did I really know how to craft something? No, I was bluffing. But the real question is, did he know that? He commanded his people to put me down. For the sake of his people, he was giving me a chance, and I knew this would be my only chance. I'm no scientist, but I figured if I could boil the water, that was my best bet at killing the contamination. So I built something that could hold a water bucket above the water. But was that really gonna work? Only one way to find out.
Hey, and we live another day.
I earned enough of his trust to keep me alive. After that, all of the tribe used my machine to boil their water before drinking it. The number of sick people started going down, and I even got my own room. I mean, technically it was my house, but still, gotta count the W's, am I right? Everything was looking good until... Seriously? In order for the tribe leader to fully trust me as one of his own, I had to pass his final test, and that was to eat another person. But that wasn't even the worst part. When I got to the bonfire...
Bro, that's the same guy who saved my life from before.
I'm thinking, no, this can't be happening. Like, I gotta eat my friend? But if I didn't do it, then we both get eaten. This is literally the worst case scenario.
Yeah, so I'm like down to eat this guy. Like, looks so tasty, but can we do this tomorrow? Cause he looks tired. Like, I want him to put up a fight. The meat tastes better that way.
The tribe leader agreed. I bought us some time, but not much. I had to figure out how to break my friend out before the next day. On day 6, it got so dry there were dust storms that started spreading and killing any remaining crops and trees. Without any vegetation left, a lot of us started to develop vitamin and mineral deficiencies. I got so weak I couldn't jump anymore. And on top of that, the day went by quick. It was already time. I had no choice but to eat my friend. I watched as they let him out of the cage.
Sorry, bro. This is the only way.
Psych? You really think I eat another person? That's disgusting. Take a closer look at that footage. When I swung at my bro, he got knocked back onto some carpet flooring while a piston launched some meat upwards, making it seem like it dropped from him. This was all thanks to a redstone contraption I managed to set up at night when everyone was asleep, and the meat was actually just some meat I stashed away from the original pig that I killed. And the villager? He fell down to a tunnel that he can use to escape safely. Nobody got hurt and I was officially part of the tribe. Now that's what you call a big brain W. On day 7, the villager must have felt grateful that I saved his life because he came back and brought me some more preserved food and clean water from his stash. Thanks to him, I was able to replenish my nutrients and jump again. But I knew this would be the last time he'd be helping me before he left for his journey west. So I needed to find a more permanent solution on how to get proper food. Not to mention, disease was spreading faster than ever through the tribe. People were dying left and right. I know what you're thinking. So what? They're a bunch of savage cannibals. Let them die. Yeah, true, but if I've learned anything, it's easier to survive with a tribe, even if they're a bunch of savages. And that's when I had my craziest idea yet.
Hey yo, I'm challenging you to a 1v1.
Did I just challenge the tribe leader to a 1v1? Yes, I did. I knew that the tribe respects strength above all. So if I could beat the leader in 1v1, I would effectively become the new leader. Only one problem though. Even in his weakened state, this guy was kicking my ass. I was about to lose and this whole plan would backfire. I gotta figure out something real quick. Wait, what if...
Yo, I'm over here, stupid. Yes, it worked.
Right when it seemed like I was about to lose, I baited him to the carpet flooring I set up before and used the same trick I did with the villager. Yeah, I cheated. So what? In the eyes of the people, I was the winner, and that's what mattered. On day 8, the dust storms were getting so bad they were causing damage to our camp. As the new tribe leader, my first order was to build a giant net that could trap the dust. This was perfect because we could smelt the dust into dust blocks that we could then use to build up our war camp into a literal city. But there was just one major problem. As our city expanded, we needed a better solution for food. Fast! But with all the crops dead and no consistent source of meat, that left us with only one option. We needed a way to disperse the clouds so that the sun would shine again. That's when I ordered all able-bodied tribe members to help me build a giant glass tube that would reach all the way into the sky. Why? Well, the idea was that the clouds will disperse if there's enough heat, so we'd insulate the tube with wool, then set fire at the base. The heat would reach up all the way into the clouds and disperse them. But right when we started stashing flammable materials at the base, we had an unexpected visitor. It's day 9 and I'm locked inside a cage again. How is this possible? Well, basically, when the tribe leader fell through the carpet trap, he survived and followed the tracks left by my villager bro that I helped escape. He found the villager's secret base, and he used the preserved food and clean water to regain his strength. Then, he showed up in the city and told all of the other tribe members that I cheated in the duel. Plus, I knew about his secret stash of food and water and never told them. So yeah, they weren't happy about that. This wasn't the same cage as before either. This was a special cage for a special prisoner. The leader was planning on cooking me right inside this cage, then eating me in front of the entire tribe. The cage started moving and I knew this was it for me. I had no items, and with all of them watching me, literally stranded in midair, I had no way of escaping either. As the cage got lowered, I felt the flames light me up. I started taking damage, my heart started depleting. This was it for me. Psych! I was on the verge of death, but I still had one final big brain move. By lighting me on fire, they gave me exactly what I needed. I just needed to fake my own death until he opened up the cage. With my final heart, I sprinted towards my glass tube and jumped into the piles of flammable materials we'd already set up. And then, the great fire began. Day 10, and it took me sacrificing myself, but the sun shined through the clouds once again. For a few moments, the people were hopeful. The crops started coming back to life, trees started sprouting, but then the sun's rays got more and more intense. The crops and trees lit on fire. Within moments, everything was on fire. The villager was right. Ragnarok. Wait a second. Speaking of the villager, where is he? No way! He actually made it across the ocean and he's going inside a mountain. Yo! He actually found the utopia!